What's up, everyone? This is Tony Versetti, and I've been a fan of Rockstar games for a pretty long time. I am such a huge fan of their games that I decided to create an alias by merging my real name with the name of a character that they created, which is of course Tommy Versetti, whom I have a lot in common with. Anyway, it is truly sad to see what has happened and what is currently happening to this once great company. And now that the dust has settled a little bit from this whole Red Dead Online being killed off fiasco, I just wanted to make this video explaining a few things about this whole situation and my personal take on the whole thing. Now I know you might be thinking to yourself, who is this guy and why do his opinions matter to me? Well, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just another jerk on YouTube making a video. And you know what? That's a damn fair assessment for you to have. But just know, I'm not making this video to trash anyone. Well, for the most part. I am making it to hopefully answer a few questions for people who still might be confused as to why Rockstar have decided to take this route. The answers are really quite simple, but there seem to be some people who still don't understand what is actually going on with this company. Now, before I say anything else, I just want to make it perfectly clear that I do not enjoy playing Grand Theft Auto Online or Red Dead Online for that matter. In fact, I think I've only played Red Dead Online for a grand total of 2 hours or so, but I have put quite some time into Grand Theft Auto Online back in the day with the PS4. And it was fun with a few friends when the heist came out, but now it's just a grind fest, and don't try to tell me otherwise, because that's exactly what it is. Oh, and I'm sorry, it's also a virtual casino. Anyway, I think Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online are pretty boring now, and both of those games' single-player experiences completely destroy the online multiplayer aspect tenfold, no question about it. Now let me begin by asking a question of my own here. Why are people surprised by Rockstar pretty much ending support for Red Dead Online? Well, except for those Telegram missions they said they were going to add, but who cares about that? I really can't seem to figure it out. Did people really think that the hashtag savereddeadonline movement was actually going to do anything? No, absolutely not. In fact, the entire movement was, and will always be a waste of time and effort. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but spamming Twitter with that hashtag isn't going to change anything. Like it or not. And there is a reason for this, which I will get into. Now, there's this YouTuber who goes by the name of The Professional, and he's a good kid. He makes some really good stuff that I do watch sometimes. He's very knowledgeable, he's friendly, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to this series of games. However, a few of his videos as of late are just him reading through the Rockstar Newswire post and making himself even more upset and angry at this whole situation. Why is he doing this? Why is he surprised by what is happening? I really don't know. I understand that the kid loves these games, but him and many other people, they need to start realizing that the company that we once knew as Rockstar Games, the company that produced all the classics we grew up with, is gone. And it is never coming back. Him and other people making videos just to complain about the state of Rockstar Games is just beating a dead horse at this point. Now, one of the main reasons Rockstar has sunk below the levels of any kind of redemption is because of, you guessed it, shark cards, shark cards, shark cards, more shark cards, GTA Plus. According to an article that I found online, and I'll link it in the description here, GTA 5 is making Rockstar, listen to this, 2.5 million per day. GTA 5 generated almost 1 billion for Rockstar in 2020, which breaks down to almost 2.5 million each and every day. Now, this is insane for a game that is almost 10 years old, number one. And number two, with the recent release of GTA 5 on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, I'm willing to bet that this number is even higher now, especially with the inclusion of their next con job, which is GTA Plus. It's obviously a very successful business practice to them, and once again, it's making them loads and loads and loads of that cold, hard cash money. Once again, you need to understand that screaming and crying online about Red Dead Online doesn't accomplish anything. Do you know why that is? It's very simple. Because the people putting hashtag savereddeadonline on their Twitter posts are what you call the vocal minority, and Rockstar doesn't care about the vocal minority. Why is that? Because the vocal minority doesn't make them the money like the little kids playing GTA Online right now, spending tons and tons of money on shark cards and GTA Plus. Those are the people who are revenue drivers, the people who buy anything and everything and don't really care about the current state of the company. Those are the people that will keep enjoying the game and will be spoon-fed mediocre content from time to time and be happy with it. In summary, the silent majority are the money makers, and it will always be that way. Now let me ask you a question. If you're Rockstar, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep making mediocre content for GTA Online and drive up that 2.5 million daily revenue? Or are you gonna waste time, money, and effort trying to please the few people that want more Red Dead Online content? They're a business. They care about making as much money as possible for as little effort as possible, and they don't care if you are upset at the fact they won't make more content for your beloved Red Dead Online. That's just how it is. They already have all the money. Let me tell you something. If you ever bought a shark card, you are part of the reason why this has all happened. You have shown Rockstar that they can produce little to no effort content, and that you will be willing to open your wallets for them each and every single time. This is your fault, and you have no right to complain about it. You enabled this. It's not all that different with companies like Valve, but that's a different story. Now, the argument I often hear about this subject is, well, if Rockstar would actually make more content for Red Dead Online, they would make more money too. I'm sorry, this is just wrong. Here's a simple fact. Once again, GTA Online makes more money and has a far bigger player base than Red Dead Online. By default, GTA is the more popular series, and more people will always play GTA than RDR. That's just how it is. Do you really think that the 10-year-old kids want to play a game where they're riding around on slow-ass horses with old weapons from 1899? No! They want flying motorcycles that shoot homing rockets, and that's exactly what Rockstar gave them. They are happy. On the surface, it's really as simple as that. These people are not questioning anything. They are just consuming, and Rockstar is more than happy to provide as long as that 2.5 million a day keeps coming on in. Those are the people Rockstar cares about, not the small amount of people complaining on Twitter. Now, just recently there have been some reports that Rockstar has actually shelved remasters of GTA 4, Red Dead 1, and a current-gen version of Red Dead 2. And if these reports turn out to be true, then this further solidifies my statements from earlier. I've been waiting for a PS5 version of Red Dead 2 for a long time, and I put off playing the game again in hopes that a PS5 version would come out soon. But sadly, it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. So why have these remasters been shelved, apparently? Well, to work on the next iteration of GTA, of course. What's Max Payne? What's Bully? What's Midnight Club? What's Manhunt? We don't want those. We want GTA, right? Rockstar has recently confirmed that they are working on the next GTA project, but have not labeled it GTA 6. There could be a few reasons for this, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Who knows? The next GTA might just be called GTA Online 2. But even if it is indeed called GTA 6, can you really be excited for it at this point? For me personally, the answer is no. I want you to sit down and think for a few moments. Use those critical thinking skills that nobody seems to have anymore. Think about everything Rockstar has been pulling recently with GTA Trilogy, the Garbage Edition, GTA Plus, maybe shelving remasters of old games, etc. Think about all the old figureheads that made GTA and Red Dead Online what they are, and that they are no longer working at the company. Think about how Rockstar used to care about quality. They used to care about the consumer. They used to care about the reputation. Now ask yourself this. If GTA 6 were to come out, do you think it would be better than GTA 5? Or let's compare it to their last major release, Red Dead Redemption 2. Now that game is a full-blown masterpiece with attention to detail plastered all over it. And if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, please do yourself a favor, go and play it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, I personally don't believe that Rockstar has what it takes anymore. They are a shell of their former selves. And people need to understand this. People need to not set themselves up for disappointment. And let me tell you something else. If you think the next GTA, whether it's GTA Online 2, or GTA 6, or GTA Love Fist Cycles Revenge, or whatever the hell they're gonna call it, won't be some kind of microtransaction paradise, then you're either suffering from a heavy case of denial, or you're simply smoking too much. Do I want to be wrong about this? Yeah. Do I want GTA 6 to be a greater masterpiece than Red Dead Redemption 2 was? Of course I do. But none of this seems very likely given Rockstar's recent track record, and that's the truth. If I had to summarize this whole video, all I would really say is businesses exist to make money. Rockstar is a business. GTA makes them the most money, and that's why Red Dead Online isn't getting any more major support. Alternatively, we could also sum everything up in this beautiful masterpiece of a cutscene from Vice City.
Oh, an angel and a devil. And that means it's
looking for something special? I got what you need. Thanks for the money, sucker.
I'm tired of people saying all we care.
You know what the sad thing is? When the next GTA does drop, if the game is decent enough, because, you know, everything these days is pretty much mediocre, Rockstar will be forgiven by a good chunk of the people who were previously plastering #SaveReddEadOnline on every one of Rockstar's Twitter posts. Please tell me I'm lying about that, because I am not, and you know it. Anyway, if you made it to the end of my video, no matter if you hated it, loved it, or don't have a comment, I just want to thank you for listening to me. Like the video, dislike the video, leave a comment telling me I'm a clown who doesn't know what he's talking about, whatever. Either way, I do appreciate the time. Please consider subscribing too, as I'm trying to turn this into a sort of side project of mine, and would love to make more videos. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.